Good afternoon. It's really windy outside. It's really windy outside. Like, it's not like windstorm windy. Like, yesterday I was hearing windstorm, and like, wouldn't that be called a tornado? Anyway, I guess not if it's not spinning, right? Anyway, it's super windy outside. So when I was running, I felt like time was going by so slow. Like, I was just fighting it, man. I was running against the wind is what was happening. So it took extra long. Plus, I didn't have my phone for music today because I lost my little fanny pack that holds my phone. And then, I don't know, it was just so hard today running against that wind. The wind's going like 25 kilometers, or at least that's what it says on the little weathering machine. So it was harder today, harder than usual. But it was really easy to breathe. The wind was just forcing itself up my nose. So it's super easy to breathe. Like, hey, I hardly have to try to breathe. Usually I have to like really focus on my breath because I'm out of shape. I'm trying to get back into shape. But today it was just like, and then it just forcefully go up there. Oh, someone's hidden enemies. I almost said. Someone's hidden enemies are in terror. Or they are in a terror. Or on a terror. Yee. Okay. On one. Okay, so I was going to say this as well. Last week I went to the bank and I registered for auto deposit with my phone number, and I failed to get any of the text messages from any transfers, and I had to go change that information today. Because it was either RBC wasn't texting me any of my information that I was supposed to be texted, okay, which I highly doubt, or my text messages from RBC were getting redirected, okay, and that's not new. There's like a text forwarding and a call forwarding and a something forwarding on my phone to a different number that I'm not allowed to change on my phone. I have it as a screenshot in my storage, that number that everything gets forwarded to, okay? And then, yeah. I tried to like change it to other numbers, and I'm allowed to change it to other numbers, just not mine. Anyway, I had to do that today so that I could get child support. So that was a fuck around. Oh, and we met this guy in the bank that like was a huge liar. I don't know what. He was trying to be friendly with my kids, but he was being more like sus than friendly. Not in like a weird way, but like, I don't know, he's probably high, but he was a liar. He was a liar, and he was telling me that he's not a liar, that he doesn't lie. Random ass fucking conversation. Random conversation. And then there's this guy behind him. Okay, we were waiting in line at the bank for a long time. There's this guy behind him who was like, really annoyed easily. Things annoyed him easily. And it's not like, I don't know, there's just, I don't know if it was entitled or just learned behavior from his mom or what. That's what it felt like. But he was really nice to the bank teller because she was pretty, right? I feel like, oh! People are really talking about this money going to somebody's dad. Having these ships come in. And intentionally binding someone to toxicity, whether it be partners, addictions, negativity, fear tactics. All done by a dad. People are talking. I'm here, let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Nah. Nah. How about not? Clarify this. The Ace of Pentacles. There was an opportunity gifted by God, and that opportunity you manipulated. Okay? This doesn't need to mean money. Okay? Something tangible, like solid. This could be a human. This is God's gift to earth. This is God's gift to earth, and you manipulated it. And that's why there's such bad karma that follows. You notice how this certain person cuts somebody off and their life goes to shit? Or this person cuts somebody off and weird shit starts happening. People start getting haunted, or there's like freak accidents, damage to items that you love. Okay, people start getting sick, right? Natural disasters. It's like a tornado. It's like a tornado. Shit. Scrambles, fucks everything up. Damages everything, right? Takes the roofs off houses and shit. Has your fucking wife depressed and crying, right? Because you manipulated this gift from God for a long time, since this woman or this man was really young. People are talking about how this inheritance and this house was given to this father. And that there's karma playing out for what you did. You sold somebody short. Okay? And that's what it is. You painted a picture and you sold them short. You let this money, this house, these properties, or this property, this vision that you had for yourself at the demise of someone else, this was theirs. And you switched it up. You switched up the roles and you let it get to your ego, and there's a tower moment happening. There's a tower moment happening. This person has shown strength. They just kept their nose to the grindstone, man. They just kept working. They just kept working. I'm hearing slow and steady. Slow and steady. This is the Queen of Pentacles, grounded, nurturing. I'm hearing idealistic, but I don't know what that means. Idealistic. Yeah, this is an earth angel. This is an earth angel. You could probably tell from a really young age. But they were supposed to be, it was written that there was tragedies in this person's life. It was written. It was written. Okay, so that this person would learn like so many lessons, knowledge. Okay, so that they can tap into their gifts. It was all for a reason. It was all for knowledge. It was also this person could become a teacher and become relatable to the people, so that it could create a shift within the people. There was a big group of people that needed to be shifted. And this person was able to do that. Or at least a big chunk of them. Okay, this person is very much protected by the angels, by the ancestors. I'm hearing Archangel Michael. Thank you. They've been through the war, but that was written. Okay, it was always meant for them to come up on top. It was always meant for you guys to stalk and watch and study. Stalk, watch, and study. These lovers were going to be at a loss. These lovers and these people of the past were going to be at a loss because of what they put this person through. The war. Okay, and this person were to come through the other side of those trials and tribulations, still operating out of a space of love. And fully tapped into their gifts. That's like unwavering faith. Something about a mermaid spirit. I'm hearing mermaid spirit. Mermaid spirit. So that could be for somebody, mermaid spirit. This corruption is fully exposed. You wanted to have this person surrounded, entrapped. Hidden. And this is exposed. Somebody's exposing this corruption, and it's not just me. Somebody's defending this. These people are angry. These people are angry. Spouting shit off the mouth. I'm getting animal cruelty. And not animal cruelty like what a vegan would say is like, I don't do that. No, animal cruelty, like these people fucking beat and torture their animals. Like, now this is actually animal cruelty. Okay, eating meat isn't animal cruelty, okay? We're actually all carnivores. Since anybody could remember. People are angry, fighting, that you see eye to eye with somebody. Why? There could be many people that think that one idea, the same idea, is really brilliant. So I'll tell you why. It's because of jealousy. Otherwise, you wouldn't be this way. You wouldn't feel that way. You want people to see eye to eye with your lies and chaos. This is just like a really immature hateration. Hateration is what I heard. By any means necessary, have anybody and everybody walk away from this person. Oh, So now people are walking away from you, okay? Because they see someone as authentic and genuine, pure intention. A healer. They see them as a healer. Okay, so that's it for the tarot. I'm going to do... I actually feel guided to do these. I feel like I need to do these. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody has stepped into their fate, okay? They have surrendered what they needed to surrender, and they're like, okay, God, guide me. I'm not going to take control. I know I can't take control. I don't know what I'm doing. Just guide me, and I will follow. Okay? Someone's like, okay, I get it. They're being more flexible. They're being more open to life's opportunities. They have this, somebody has a fear of success. They have a fear of growing up. Okay? But they're understanding that fear is an illusion put there by the devil, and probably put there by external factors that host this energy. Okay, so why would I ever let them have that power over me? I'm not going to. I'm going to understand that it's there. I'm going to understand where it comes from, and then I'm going to envision myself giving it to God wherever it's sitting in my body. And pretty soon, you keep doing that, you keep handing that fear over, handing that fear over, handing that fear over, handing that fear over, it won't be there. You won't ever even host it within you. Because it's not you, okay? What you've been through isn't you. And here in my mouth, because that heater keeps blowing my sideburns into my mouth. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of that scene off of White Chicks where he's like Joel, Shelby, Ron, Colby. I thought that was a cheese. 12 and under. Oh, shit. 12 and under. I don't know about you, but that reminds... 11. 3. 5 and under. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pedophile. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a fucking pedophile. Clear that. I don't want to pick up on that today. Clear that, please. I skillfully manage the different aspects of my life. Somebody's spooked. Terror. They're trying to like, what do I do? What do I do? Can't give it back. It's already stolen. It's already stolen. Somebody's depressed. Ungrateful. Fearful. Trying to juggle. Juggling finances too. Somebody just never lets it rest, man. Never. They're never in a rested state. They're always doing tradesies or whatever the fuck they're doing here. It's like a con artist. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is the best. Who says that? You're never the best. Unless you're like an Olympic athlete. Somebody's not devoted. They don't take the time to even have the time to take the time. Ay, ay, ay. They're a dark empath. They're a dark empath. They listen to something, they hear something, and then all of a sudden they like embody it. But they don't know why. They don't know who, what, where, when, why. They might know who, okay? But this is like a know-it-all. This is like a real know-it-all, okay? There's a difference between being knowledgeable through life experience and being a know-it-all, okay? Because through life experience, you'll hear them say, you know, I really don't know, or I assume, or like just the way that they speak is honest. And then these people are just like outright know it all. They know it all. They know it all. They always have something to say. They just know best. They're better. They're better. What they have to say is better, and they're the best. I trust in my path, and I have what I need to reach my destination. I feel like somebody's coming to a realization what path they chose and what path they want to choose and what they're going to have to do in order to reach that destination of choosing the better path. Somebody is single. They're single. They're trying to be grateful and they're trying to like really pour into self, which is a good thing. That's a really good thing. This is like, whew, at least they got that right. At least they got that right. But like this took me I forgot that this took me forever to get to. I forgot. Okay? Just because I've been sitting in it for like, I don't know, a good couple years now. You know, I'll give people chances, but that's it. I forgot that I used to not be like this, and I forgot that it took me 27 years to get there. So this is a really positive place to be in. A really positive place to be in, okay, is choosing self. Okay, and not caring what anybody else looks like, what anybody else tells you, because they can tell us anything to trick our brain, right? They can act like they pour into self like we do, just to trick us, right? And then we're stuck believing that bullshit again. So this is choosing you no matter what anybody says to you, okay? Because at least you can trust yourself. You can. Okay, and if you can't, you gotta do some work. Okay, you gotta do some work, and you gotta do it alone. I honor the quality of love that I express in my relationships. The lovers. Okay, so what I'm getting from the lovers and the 8 of Cups is that somebody's ready to leave the past behind because they realize how much of a hinder they are to their growth, like spiritually, emotionally. They're just kind of cutthroat and cold, and they want to be able to honor a new relationship, like a soulmate or a life partner relationship. But the thing is that they took a long time. They took a long time to recognize this. So if they were to express they'd have to be really, really go to the depths of them and be honest, because this person doesn't need anybody. They're the star. They don't even want to need anybody. They don't even want to need anybody. They're blessed by the universe. You chose something else. The more I give, the more I receive. Brutal honesty, I don't know. This person will listen. They'll listen. They're a healer. They'll listen to you. Okay? It's just a matter of what are you going to say? What do you got to say? Because they're going to be listening for lies. They're going to be listening for half-truths. They are. They are. They're going to be listening to your truth and then wondering how you felt about that. But if you don't tell them, they're not going to ask. Because they don't really give a fuck whether you stay or go anyways. So, I mean, if you really honor that and you really want that to work, you're going to have to, like, think how to make something simple without leaving information that this person will think that you're leaving out on purpose. Okay? And you're going to have to recognize that you need to understand that something led you there, which was like a feeling or a belief, right? And you'll have to be honest about that as well in order to even ever move forward. Because this person is a healer. They work hand in hand with the universe. They'll know. They'll know, and they'll know whether or not they want to waste their time. Or if it is a waste of time. Or if it's good for them. Or if God can bring them something better. And that's just the truth. But they're not going to listen. Okay? They're not going to listen. And they're not going to send you off with love, because they are. Okay? They are. If this person's a healer, healers go through the most bullshit. They just do. Okay? Trust, they do. Because they need to get through that in order to relate to the people. In order to never judge a book by its cover. In order to learn certain lessons that they need to learn in order to become a healer. In order to become that superhero of a human, they need to go through some shit. Okay? It's kind of like initiation, but on a spiritual level where it was a written contract. Where it's like they needed to see stuff, they needed to go through stuff to know that other stuff weren't such a big deal, and that they can get through anything, and that they could heal anything, and anything can happen to anybody. Okay? Something could switch in a day. Say finances. Say mental illness. Say anything for that matter. The lottery, right? The lottery. Grateful in the reverse. I'm hearing more money, more problems. Greed. Guilt trip. Bitches be crazy. Killer. Ooh. Somebody try to kill for greed. I'm getting like some girlfriend, like wife, Black Widow on a power trip, guilt trip, power trip. Now that's a combination. Karma in the reverse. Somebody was inheriting someone's karma from this person that was greedy and tried to kill them for money. Very ungrateful. They would put their problems off on you by guilt trip and this gave them a sense of power, and then they do it to other people, knowing that they had control over you. Addiction in the reverse. That's always a good thing. Damn, so sexy. Success in the reverse. So this person had the same DOC as you. And they were attractive. And then all of a sudden, like that flip, right? Anything for that matter, the flip of a switch, all of a sudden they're not sexy anymore. All of a sudden you don't want to use anymore. All of a sudden you're done. Yeah, I'd say follower. You're being a follower. You weren't leading. You were following. Now you're being stable and grounded. There's like a person that wants to like, damn, somebody wants to trade karmas. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. Imposter. Yeah. Money driven. So I'm going to give the visual. Okay. I did say this already on my last reading, but I'm going to make new cue cards. Okay, so getting rid of this problem, okay, which was this imposter. Oh, which was this imposter. Killer. Okay, has to kill everything for someone. Has to kill everything for someone. Was putting their problems on you, telling you that other bitches were crazy. Okay, the reason this person's very money driven, okay, this is the basis of it. Someone putting their problems on you and being very money driven. I just forget what I was going to say earlier. It left my brain, so if I remember, I'll say it. This is an imposter, okay? They had to kill somebody. Ooh. They had to kill something for somebody, okay, who was stable and grounded because they were trying to be them, okay? And in order for that to be believable, they had to, like, I don't know, something about a power trip, though, and something about a guilt trip. These are tied together for sure. Somebody wanted to kill for money because they're greedy, but you're too stable. And then also, somebody was inheriting somebody's karma from an imposter who was on a power trip. And they'd always guilt trip you, okay? They were ungrateful, always putting their problems on you. This is like a energy siphonist. They're crazy though. Like they portrayed someone else to be crazy, greedy, money driven, a killer, guilt trip, power trip, imposter, but this is the truth about the person they were talking about. They're stable and they're grounded. They just made up like a bunch of lies. A bunch of lies into weird detail, like delusional detail. What? This person didn't even know this person really. The only reason they knew them was because they were stalking them and watching them. They never even really knew them. This person never opened up to this person because they caught their vibe. They caught their vibe. Okay? Their envy. Somebody could be going into debt. Somebody's ex could be going into debt. They're a community hoe, or at least that was their intention. Somebody wants to have integrity, but they fear either they fear that they have children or who they have children with, or they fear that somebody might want to have children, or they fear that they can't have children. Hey, honey. That's really not a big deal. If they loved you, they'll understand.
When I press YouTube, it's still black.
I'll come and fix it in a minute, but you're gonna have to be patient. Do you remember what that means? Wait nicely. Because I'm gonna finish this reading and then I will help you. Okay, I'm gonna do a don't sweat the small stuff, and then I gotta go help my baby out, so. Spend a moment every day thinking of someone to thank. Ooh, I did this one before. Smile at stranger, look into their eyes and say hello. If people can't look you in the eyes, right, it's weird, right? And if you like, I don't know, I was doing this thing where I'd imagine people, and if their eyes did this weird thing, to me it meant that they were compromised. And and then if they just stayed, they were good. And then something about the left eye too. If the left eye kind of sticks out, like the pupil part of it, like the color and the black part of it, if it kind of like the left eye is more predominant, that person's like their third eye's open. At least that's what it means for me. So I wonder what it means for other people, but like that's just intuitively what I get. I don't know if other people notice that. I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna help you, okay? Here, you can color. But you gotta be quiet, okay? No, not this one. This one's permanent. You can use this one. Okay. Have you ever noticed or thought about a little eye contact, most of us? About how little eye contact most of us have with strangers? Why? Probably because they're high. Oh, no. No. Maybe.
Look what I made.
Nowadays, everybody is, right? They're like,
Look what I.
ooh, dollar sign. What is that?
$1.
$1.
Get to make
Okay, I gotta read this, okay?
a number.
100.
Yeah, that's $100.
Nice. You're rich.
I don't think it's a square.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna read this, okay? Are we afraid of them? What keeps us from opening our hearts to people we don't know? I don't really know the answer to these questions, but I do know that there's virtually always a parallel between our attitude towards strangers and our overall level of happiness. I'm nice to most strangers unless I get a weird vibe or like an anxious vibe, and then I'm just like, I watch like a hawk. And then pretty soon they get like really agitated just by like me doing nothing, not talking, right? Just by my silence, they get agitated. Or just by me not smiling at them, they get agitated. I don't know why that is, but there's a certain energy that they hold. Okay, but if they have this energy of happiness, okay, I'll be the exact same and I'll be actually really polite and really happy. It's not that I'm not being polite, it's just that I'm not giving them what they want, is that level of politeness that I usually give when people give me that happy energy. But that's a two-way street, like especially with someone who can feel energies.
And this is me, the tiny.
Like if somebody's not giving you that really overly polite happiness response that you want, look at what energy you're carrying, okay? because that correlates, whatever. So you think it's this person being grouchy, you think it's this person being in a mood, but it's not. It's them reading your energy.
Mom.
And then reacting accordingly.
This is Parker. What's his tiny legs?
Why do you make him have tiny legs?
Because he does have tiny legs.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk until I finish this. Okay, so you're gonna have to let me finish this. Okay.
I'm gonna make me.
Adrian, let me finish this. Okay. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. In other words, it's unusual to find a person who walks around with their head down, frowning, and looking away from people, who's secretly a peaceful and joyful person. I'm not suggesting that it's better to be outgoing than introverted, that you need to expand tons of extra energy trying to brighten others' days, or that you should pretend to be friendly. I'm suggesting, however, that if you think of strangers as being a little more like you and treat them not only with kindness and respect, but with smiles and eye contact as well, you'll probably notice some pretty nice changes in your life. You'll begin to see that most people are just like you. Most of them have families, people they love, troubles, concerns, likes, dislikes, fears, and so forth. You'll also notice how nice and grateful people can be when you're the first one to reach out. When you see how similar we all are, you'll begin to see the innocence in all of us. In other words, even though we often mess up, most of us are doing the best that we know how with the circumstances that surround us. Along with seeing the innocence in people comes a profound feeling of inner happiness. Okay. Have a good afternoon, and I will probably see you guys this evening.
Is that done?
Yes.